All right. Welcome back, guys. TA Tech with another TA Tech News Weekly. I'm your host, TA Tech, and we're here with Tech for Your Needs. How you doing, man?
I'm doing good.
Awesome to have you on, man. Awesome to have you on. Awesome to see everybody in the chat engaging with each other, saying hi. How you guys doing? So this is going to be a live podcast. I will then cut it down to where we can actually talk with the chat afterwards. But I thought we could have, a live podcast, have everybody talk and tell us how we're doing during the podcast. So, yeah.
Very important. If we're gonna
I
talk,
got mine right here, guys. I got mine right here. I don't know why. Oh man. So
not a sponsor,
yeah,
making sure for
I
you.
wish. Yo, if Poland Springs sponsored me, I'd be happy.
They can make
But
sure no nobody come after us.
yeah, right. So yeah, I wanted to get you on for a while now. I know we went back and forth for such a long time, but I said, you know what? I want to do a live stream. Why not make it a podcast and have Tech for Your Needs join me? So I really appreciate you taking the time to come and
Yep.
talk to us tonight.
And before we continue, I just want to this salute for everybody that's in the chat. Let's continue.
Awesome, yeah. So we've been hearing and seeing a lot about this AI pin. Have you seen videos, and how interested or disinterested are you?
So before we continue, I want to do some housekeeping if you don't mind.
Sure.
Just to get context, because if you're doing the live stream, audience that are not really into or they're listening, they're not gonna know what it is. So let's describe it and then go into it. Just trying to help out, not trying to control your live stream. So give it. Can I explain or you explain? It doesn't matter. It's up to you.
Go ahead, man.
Okay, it's an AI pin. It's more like an assistant, an aid. They give you a lot of functionality based on the command you give it. It could talk to you. It could make phone calls. It could, do a lot of stuff in like the current AI that is in the Pixel. But the thing is a standalone device. So therefore, I'm gonna put a question mark. And then once we get further in the conversation, we could discuss the pros, cons, and what people thinking about it. Yeah. But for now, it's a standalone device. I see it good for certain areas, meaning, and I'll let you continue. Then we could talk about the pros and cons, and I'll give that furthermore. But go ahead.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, no. Honestly, I mean, I thought it was a pretty cool.
I'm trying to get in the center.
I thought it was a really cool device up until I've seen videos from MKBHD, like Ivani's saying here in the chat. And then I don't know. I've seen a couple different things on Twitter and stuff. Again, I think it looks cool, but if it's not going to work as it's intended, I mean, I know every first generation product has its flaws, has its different problems and whatnot, but I don't know. I mean, would I actually go and spend, what is it, like $700 on that?
Yes, close to 700, around that vicinity. I'll say that, okay, give more context so that more people get confused. Marquez reviewed it, but he was not satisfied. So clear for the audio audience and people that are not well informed and versed on this product. It's like a square, and it's the quality of the build quality is metal. So I don't know. So I'm gonna go one con, and you told me, and then we could go con and pro to help out people, and we could sprinkle that throughout our conversation. We don't have to be all in a row. So I'll say my con is that the software is not there for what it is. Mm-hmm. And then I'll say my pro, and so I'll say pro and con, and then you say it later. We go back and forth. I say pro and con, and then you go pro and con. So my con, that's my con. The software's not there. The pro, I see it. Yeah, we got our phones and all that, but this could be for a meeting, for a student that don't want to waste their phone battery. They got a lot of functionality, but the price is too high. So, AK, AKA insert flossy words, is too high. But you get my point. It's another creator. But that's what I'm saying. My pro is it is good in certain environments, so you don't have to waste your battery. If you're a worker or if you're a student, if you're in a lecture hall, that's much easier if you go in classes all day. And my con is the software's not there. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, no, I listen. I definitely agree with that. Um, I, I mean, for me, again, like I said, I personally would not go ahead and buy something like that for $400 or for $700, I should say.
No, 700 is too high.
It's way too high, way too high. And if the assistant is not going to be better than, you know, iPhones and Androids, I can't say it because I have both in my room right now, so I'm not going to trigger any of them.
Or anybody listening trigger in their house.
Yeah, exactly. So, you know, I don't know. I think that honestly, it's a cool concept, like you said. You know, I honestly think that having something that is like that you can see in your hand because it projects to your hand.
Oh yeah, I
And,
forgot to mention that.
you know, and you can do all sorts of hand gestures to control it.
Or
Absolutely,
holographic.
yeah, absolutely amazing, absolutely futuristic. But again, I mean, there's still a ton of work to be done, both hardware and software side.
So I got
Um,
a question, if you don't mind.
sure.
How long you give it to the software to be in part in order to be a viable player in the industry? I'll say if it's not 5 months, decent enough, then
Yeah.
it's not gonna succeed.
Yeah.
Because one of the big creator criticizes is Marquez, and Marquez got a lot of weight on the industry. I don't think he did a bad criticism. He did it to better the product. There's
Right.
the good criticism and the bad. Go ahead.
Right. Yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely agree. You know, and I mean, I really, I really don't see myself buying it. I was just watching, you know, MKVHD. I think Mr. Mobile actually did a video on it, and I mean, has everybody's thoughts was the same thing. You know, it's a first gen product. It's gotta, it's gotta improve. There's a lot to do. But I get the idea, and I think that it's there. Um,
And
the
one thing,
older,
before I forget, for the listener, it's the software because the hardware is
yeah,
pure excellent. It's metal, it's aluminum, or whatever you pronounce it. So the software is the we question it. But go ahead.
and here's another thing I saw, especially in Mr. Mobile's video. He tried to make a phone call on it, and it kept dropping after a certain period of time. First of all,
Hmm.
I don't see myself making a phone call on something like that unless it's in my ear or you know on my ear at least. I'm not gonna make a call because I don't know about you, man, but half of my family and friends I would never trust on speaker anyway.
Okay, so I'll put a question mark to that.
You know?
Smartwatches. We talked through that.
Yeah.
I'm not
Um.
defending the product, but I'm you just. I mean, it's the same concept. We
No,
talking out loud.
no. But I listen. I love my smartwatch. Um. But I wouldn't have a long conversation.
No. Just a quick conversation, like, "Oh, how you doing? I'm in my watch." I told people like that. That I don't mind in front of people, but personal conversation,
Yeah,
no.
no, yeah, no, that's fine. But like, I just feel like with something like the AI pin on you making a phone call, I think a lot of people are just gonna look at you weird.
Yeah, true.
Who the hell? What the hell are you doing? Who the hell are you talking to? You know what I mean? So, yo, I
Do
got
you
my
think?
friend in the chat. What's up, man?
Do you think it's super niche? product, or because it's the same thing as we have in the phone. It's it generated AI. It's the same thing the Pixel
Right.
have, just in a different form factor.
Right. Right. Why? Okay, I gotta answer this later. Cannot talk to you right now. Let me. Sorry about that, guys. Somebody called me on WhatsApp. I gotta. Hang on 1 second, guys. I gotta answer this. Tech needs you have the
I'll
show.
take over. Okay, cool. So yeah, I'm I got it on my phone. So it needs Bluetooth anyway. What is the point of a phone? Will always be a superior device. Yes, it was a niche device, and it's juggling nothing but tech did an interview with the co-founder. I don't know if it's posted or I saw it on Reels on IG or Instagram, but she puts sniff it. I don't know if I don't think I watched the whole thing, or I could be wrong. I don't remember been watching too much interviews on YouTube, so I can't remember or recall. But I think it's real good. Oh, phone take a word. Salute for coming in. Thanks. So it's a good idea, but too late. Phones do all this already. Yeah, I mean, the price is too high. And like I said, insert flossy card or another creative words. But I'll go back to one thing I'll say. The thing is, if it was a very affordable price, I could see it useful in certain area. Like I mentioned, if you're in a conference all day, you don't want to hit the battery in your phone, or because sometimes or you're in a tech convention, I mean, you're not bring power banks and all that, but if it's much easier sitting grabbing phones. If you're filming, you could talk real quick. Yo, where you at? Let me just go. There is case scenarios. Don't get me wrong, but I don't think the majority of the people is gonna buy. So I
Absolutely
hope I did
not.
a good job.
Absolutely not. I agree completely. I think
I think
honestly,
it's too niche product.
dude. Honestly, and hang on, I'm trying to fix this. Okay. Honestly, I personally think that it's like,
I don't know how to drink water, but go ahead.
yeah, it's like. I mean, I can't compare the two, but like AirPods Max, it's not for everybody. You know what I mean? Things like that with high price, it's not for everybody. Um, so this again, I think for a lot of people uh are gonna buy it and want to test it out and then return it. Again, like I said, given the you know uh early stages of it and all the problems that they're having, I can definitely see a lot of people returning it. But for the majority of people, like,
Yeah,
honestly,
for
nobody's
the
really
regular
gonna
mass
care.
consumer, yeah, the mass regular computer's not gonna care. The
Yeah,
non-techie
honestly,
people.
nobody's gonna care about it. Um, Barely anybody cares about new phones that are out. They just want something that works. So I don't know. I don't really like where this is going, but um
Oh, we forgot one key factor. The co-founders came from Apple. They used to work in Apple.
yeah, yeah, that's true.
So
I
it's not that intelligent is there or the knowledge because they came from the industry that was working in a high-end paced environment. That's
Hey,
understood.
listen.
It just they released it too soon. It's too much beta
Yeah,
software.
yeah, definitely. I mean, I'll be shocked if this thing takes off after a while. And I mean, like I said, we can't really talk at the early stages. When it comes back to having a software update or something like that, then I guess we can really, really talk about it. But I
Oh
just
wait,
yeah.
Bunny says something. I'm sorry to interrupt you. Marquez made a new video. Oh, I gotta watch that one.
Ooh, yeah, I'll watch that after this. And heck, maybe the next podcast will be more about this topic. Um but what do you think about the idea in general of like AI and um, this kind of thing coming. I mean, what would you say if a company like Google or Samsung went into something like this? What do you think? Um, what can they learn and get better than this current model that we have?
Okay, I don't know about the two company, but I'll say a tweet that it sparked my interest. They put a logo of Apple in the back and said, if Apple would have made it, would have been to make a difference. And I
Mm,
don't know because, I mean, see the point of this, and I'll explain. This is not gonna be the future. I'm saying like 20 years from now, it's gonna be more wearables, the ease of stuff you talking to it quick. So I know the direction they're trying to head, but I don't think for me, and repeat again, those in the back, the software is not there. How fast they could fix it and how fast they could run the software, but the general consumer is not trained yet to use
yeah,
wearable or stuff like that. The
yeah.
regular declarers or regular people, like AC Computer says
I
on his live stream. But go ahead.
I honestly think that companies should focus more on AI on our cellular devices, phones, laptops, whatever.
Tablets
Yeah, and the future of
and watch.
AR. I think honestly, AR is the thing that needs to be worked on the most because I mean, there's a lot already out there, and everything's getting so amazing. I think that honestly would take off better than this. Um, AR and VR are have just become something like that's blown my mind over time. And honestly, I said this, and I said this when I reviewed or said my thoughts about the Vision Pro. I
Hmm.
would I don't know what I want more, a new cell phone or Vision Pro.
Okay,
Seriously,
so
man.
I got a question. Do you
Sure.
want the Vision Pro on that form factor, or you want Vision Pro on its more form factor like glasses? Because what people's harping is about the software is going to be the future,
Definitely glasses. Definitely.
like the
I
Meta Bay RAM.
I like the idea. I like those I like that headset when you're home and you're comfortable and you're not moving around, or if at least if you are, then you're home, you're not out and about and whatever. Um like as soon as I saw people doing going out and trying it on the streets, I was just like, nah, like I'm not I'm not about to take my $3,500 headset out on the street and risk it, me falling and it cracking or me walking into something and it cracking. Nah. Like I want to
Or
conserve it as
stolen.
much as I can because A, it's a new product, not just to me, but in general, and B, it's an arm and a leg to get it fixed or replaced. So yeah. I mean
But to be honest, that
I
was just
think
for the views. I'm sorry. I said it. I'll take the blame for the
no,
views.
yeah,
But go ahead.
no, I see it. I definitely see it. But dude, I just like who's going to do that? What average consumer is going to take their
I agree.
like I mean,
Hmm.
I get it, it's for the views and it's something different that nobody's done before, but who's gonna do that? You
Hmm.
know? I don't know. But going back to what you were saying, I think that honestly, something like a regular pair of glasses or sunglasses would definitely be amazing. I would definitely like to see something like that as a cheaper option to the Vision Pro. I think, and honestly, I think that a lot more people would like that better than Vision Pro. I mean, yeah, uh, again, a lot of people do like it. A lot of people have bought it, but they're using this product in their homes or in a building somewhere, whatever, and not outside on the street. Again, with a regular pair of glasses or sunglasses, they can take it on the street and it won't be as in the way and as dangerous. You know?
Yep. I'll say something going back to the subject, the
Can
AI pin.
can I
Go
just
ahead.
interrupt 1 second? Um, ladies, I mean, I get I'm handsome, but am I handsome doing this rampage that I'm doing right now? I just want to ask you that question right now. I love my program family. They come out here and support me and say all these kinds of shenanigans to get me going on this live stream. I love it.
Mhm.
I listen, before they came around, my live stream was dead. So I love it.
Yeah,
But
don't
go
forget
ahead,
to
man.
do.
Go ahead.
Yeah, to hit the thumbs up. Getting back to the sub before we answer questions on the chat. I was gonna say why the AI didn't copy the same concept of the Meta. What's it called? Meta band, whatever the glasses. You know what I'm talking about. The
The Ray
Ray.
Bans,
Yeah, copy
Ray
that,
Ban
but
stories. Yeah,
copy the same concept, but use the technology of the AI in there, and that's
yeah,
more a swallow pill. I don't
yes,
know what they did. The form factor is what's killing it
yeah,
for me, and
yeah.
the form factor and the software. But I mean, in glasses, it's more general consumers might take a look at it. Average consumers, whatever you want to call them, regular day people, and they might take a look and be like, "Oh, this is more like a swallow pill," because the glasses could
Right,
be 300, 350. I don't know.
right, right. Exactly.
Chucky Finn got a question. I don't know. He put something there.
Oh, go ahead. Let's
Yeah, I
answer
don't
the
want to
chat
forget
here.
about the
Market
audience.
conditions are terrible right now for an overpriced new product that is no unique use case. It will most likely fail because the company's timing is bad. Even the pin was less money. Yeah, exactly, exactly. So, yo, I see Mr. Noble in the chat. What's up, man? How you doing? How you doing?
Hey, how you doing, brother?
What's going on, man? Um. So yeah, I mean, I don't know. Um.
DOA
What
dead
do you?
on arrival.
Yeah. What are your thoughts on? Okay, Siri. Thanks. I wasn't talking to you, but thanks.
Oh wait, you just triggered mine. Oops,
Sorry.
it's okay.
Yeah, I need to figure out a different camera or something. What do you use? Talking about cameras, what do you use for a webcam?
Sony CB1.
Oh, okay,
I
okay.
bought it and then I want another
That's a
one.
crisp quality.
So I have two of them. I had two of them. I won one. I couldn't return this one because it passed 30 days. You get so it's fine.
Oh
And
yeah,
I want one. What was the Professor Ness? I'm live stream. I want one.
yep, yep.
And then I sold it because I wanted to help a personal and dear friendly creator. She was asking questions. I said, look,
Oh,
I'm
okay.
using it, but I'm not using it to the full potential. I'm using it like 40%. Sometimes I
Yeah,
go 50, so I might as well give it to you instead of collecting 50% dust.
I am like honestly, I don't even know what the hell I want more. I am between a new phone, um, a Vision Pro, or a new camera. Um, I mean, I've been doing this thing for years, ever since I started my channel with my cell phone. And honestly, sometimes I regret it because of things like getting phone calls and in the middle of live streams and stuff. Because I don't know how it works exactly, but I guess when you have a focus mode and the person keeps calling in, it'll eventually go through. And like that's so annoying to me. And having to stop the live stream, especially if I was by myself, I would have yeah, it would not be good. So, I want to do something, but I don't want I can't spend much money right now. I'm not working. And as much as I'm trying to get this channel to 1,000 subscribers or more to be able to get money off of it, man, it's been so hard lately. Um,
538. You went up since last time you left and came back.
yeah, yeah. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. I've been also jumping around in different channels as well. I'm coming back to my gaming channel, um, once in a while. So, I think concentrated because I was only concentrated on this channel, but I'm honestly getting burned out. Because eventually there's not really much to talk about. When it comes to tech. So, like, especially when tech season's over, when all the tech events have come and gone, it stinks. I don't know how people can
Yeah,
do it.
but I feel like when the season tech is over, I could talk about how I use the tech on a daily basis, and that could be inspire people and get ideas. There's ways to talk about it. Maybe you got a blog writers or something, but you could chat to people, call me, we could discuss and it might my idea might spark an interest, and you could do a episode of that.
Yeah.
Living with tech. After the hype, after the tech season, how is this tech?
Mr. Noble, yeah, man, that would be cool. I mean, I know we had you on on Tech PD's stream one time. It'll be cool to have you once you have your setup going. So let us know, man.
Yeah, he's growing. He's like about 8. He surpassed me.
Oh wow.
Mhm. And his channel is well
Uh,
talked, and I like everything about it. But go ahead.
Copy that, Solange. I know you gotta go watch your granny shows. I'll talk to you later. I love messing with Solange. Uh, 8 o'clock is her showtime, so uh, yeah. Anyway, love you, Solange. Um, let's see. I just did a video on what is on my iPhone. On what is an iPhone? Oh, okay. I think I saw that notification, but I haven't gotten around to watching it. Um, Honestly, I've just been like so busy with other stuff. Um, like I used to be on YouTube more, but now I'm on Netflix watching shows, uh, and whatnot. So, um, what talking about Netflix and stuff? What are your thoughts, on Netflix and other apps not being on Vision Pro?
Well, for now, since it's a first release, and I think they updated once, maybe a year from now they could be there because
Hmm.
you still could access those. It's called
Yeah,
internet a web page. You could go to the web page and access, but standalone they don't have it.
right,
Maybe they got to work at the Kings, or either I don't know how that works, the logistics and all that behind the scenes, But
right.
and sorry, I'm talking too much with my hands. I hate doing that too.
Oh,
But
please, listen. You think you're bad? Try
mhm.
being Portuguese. If you don't get
Now I'm Puerto
slapped,
Rican. It's still Spanish.
if you don't get slapped in the face,
Hmm.
you're
Oh yeah,
lucky.
I'll get one of
Uh,
these when you little kid, cocotazo. We call them in Puerto Rico. But yeah, getting back to the subject. I mean, I don't know. It's something to because it's not that we cannot access. We could access anything through the web page, but a standalone native. I don't know how the logistics and all that they got to work, or is they got to get the permission or pay, or maybe Apple's being cheap, don't want to pay. So who knows? Apple want money. Apple don't like to give money. That's why they trade in company.
true, true. Um, Taylor, if your phone is a late model, then it's good enough. Uh, get a dedicated camera. Forget about the Vision Pro. That said, your current camera webcam is decent. I like the bokeh. Thank you. Yeah. Um, this is the iPhone 13 Pro. I mean, it does the job. Uh, occasionally the what do you call it? Jesus, continuity cam does not want to work with me. But you know, I
That's strange.
yeah, it's always a hit or miss for me.
Okay, gotcha.
Especially, I thought you could do it without a cord. I thought you would just have to have it for a certain time in front of you, and eventually it'll pick up. But you have to plug it in all the time, and that's kind of annoying. But I like it. I mean, honestly, I think for somebody who's starting out, if you have an iPhone, continuity cam is great. Um, I mean, depending on your laptop, I have the uh, MacBook Pro 13-inch uh, M2.
Oh,
So
M2.
yeah, I
Check
have
you
an
out.
M2 now, dude. I got rid of. Okay, so one time I think I said this story before. I don't know if you know it though.
Yeah, I think I
One
know it.
time
But
I
go ahead.
was doing something on my computer, and all of a sudden it shut off on me. Back when I had the Intel MacBook Pro, and I'm like, "Oh, great! The screen is damaged. What the hell?" Because everything was working. You would click the keys, and it would make that noise like there was an error or whatever. Um,
You know,
so
needed to rescue you, Luke Miani, or a Jevi Rick to rescue your computer.
what is
So
it?
it's computer. You know, Luke Miani or
Yeah,
Jevi Rick, they would have fixed it.
yeah, yeah. So I honestly like, man, I went to Best Buy and I was like, okay, um, this is happening. Can you fix it? They looked at it. They're like, okay, well, it's the motherboard. It's gonna cost you this to fix it. You're better off just getting a new computer. And I'm just like, yay. So I needed something then and there because I wasn't gonna do my live streams and videos just with my phone. I mean, for a while when I first started the channel, that's all I was doing. But um, I wouldn't be able to do it now.
But I
Especially
get it because you know what I think, my brother. I think that was a disguise and a blessing because you jumped to the M. You
yeah.
know,
Dude.
so,
But tell me why. Tell me why all the time I got what was it? The iPhone 10 and the iPhone 11 was announced 6 months later. I got the Intel MacBook and the M1s were announced 6 months later. Why do I always have that luck? You know? Um, I mean, right now, I almost want to buy the 15 Pro. But at the same time, I don't know if I should wait until the 16s come out and see if those are gonna be worth it. Because I don't want to be that person that's like, oh, I bought this device and now, you know, the next device that comes out is better and I should have waited, you know.
the
So
be- yeah, the beauty of it is if it get close to the release date, we know since September, you could get an
yeah,
idea if it's. Let me think.
but
If the investment is enough to pay and warranty, yes. If not, you could go to the 15.
at the same time, the way I think about it is,
Hmm.
um when the newer devices come out, the older generations get cheaper.
Correct.
And you're losing on the hardware features, but you're getting all the software features. To me, I think software is more important than hardware. You know,
I agree. Hmm.
honestly, I would rather go if I had all the same camera features and whatever. I would rather go for that than oh, this camera, this phone looks like this. I don't care about design. I don't care about size. I just want something that works, still updates for a couple years, and does what I need it to do. I mean, you know me. Once I didn't say this to my mom, but once a product stops updating, I want to go to the next product. Like, I don't want that product for much longer. This being said, the Series 4 Apple Watch is going to be dead as of this year. And I really want to convince my mom, because she's the one that has a Series 4 right now. I want to convince her to get a new one. But at the same time, I don't know what's going to happen.
No, that makes sense because I mean, the regular people don't think, especially in the phones, if you're doing payments, that's why the updates are there to protect your payments and your history. You don't get hacked. That's the point of it. Software enhance the usability and better.
See, that's where I agree with you, Imani. I think, honestly, um, kudos to whoever buys the phone every single year just to review it and whatnot. But that's not me. You know, every other year, I think is all right. Every 2 years, I think is a sweet spot for me.
But
Um,
I'll say for us, it's a no right now. But say, let's pretend, hypothetically speaking, that we have the
dude,
cash. We'll do it, even if it's the cash. You won't do it if your channels take off.
yeah,
I will do it if I have the cash.
dude, I kind of honestly, um, I could honestly tell you, like, in 6 months from now, when this actually, whenever this comes out,
In September.
yeah, in September, bro, like, honestly, I could bite my tongue and say, okay, I'm going for it. Um, even even with even if I had the 14s, um, you know, I guess it's just a matter of time. But I, again, personally, if the phone's working fine, if the phone doesn't have any problems, I would not care. Unless it's something groundbreaking and you know majorly gonna make a difference in my life, I don't care. You know.
Yeah, just Mr. Mobile put something.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Uh, just like you said, it's just a software really. The phone or tech pretty much stays the same. Exactly, man. Exactly, dude.
I agree.
Honestly, this is another reason why I think I know I would upgrade is to have one cable for all my products. I've been wanting that ever since they changed um, the iPads to USB C. And even when I got the MacBook, having so many cables to charge so many different things, I'm all set with that. It's bad enough that I need a different cable for my iPhone, for my MacBook, and for my Apple Watch. If there was a product, and I don't know if this is ever going to happen, if there was a big product to charge all devices, MacBook, uh, AirPods, everything. If there was a product for that, I would definitely buy that. Like that would be my number one.
Oh, wait a
Now,
minute. It got discontinued. Apple discontinued. Oh man, sorry,
listen,
Apple. I had to throw
listen, I'm
shade.
mad about that, okay? But I could
Mhm,
still see it happening.
mhm.
I could still see it happening.
Yeah, that's true. But
Uh,
I don't mind having two USB C cable because sometimes two items need to get charged at the same time. But two is enough for me. You know what I mean?
yeah, yeah.
because you never know. You could be in a vacation that one cable could break. So it's good to have it back up. Shark fin.
Jesus Christ. Uh, Sorry guys, I'm
It's fine.
I just got a notification on my computer and I had to answer this. So,
Yeah,
I hop
Shark fin put
on
it coming.
or not today. Bonnie, I hate to do this, man, but when it comes to these live podcasts, I like to have it just me and the person. But when I do a live stream, can't even talk. When I do a regular live stream, you can join. There, I spoke English. I don't know what the hell I was speaking earlier.
Yeah, it's okay. Mistake happens. No, I mean that makes sense for the podcast because you're already preparing. You talk to different guests and
Yeah,
stuff like that. Yeah,
yeah.
Shark fin put it coming.
So let's see what tech is literally always progressing. So people should just buy what they need when they need it. There are already rumors that Apple is releasing an M4 MacBook later this year. So yeah, exactly, man. Um, and actually, you just brought me to the next thing I wanted to talk about.
Hmm.
I know we talked about a lot of different things. I do want to say that this particular podcast will be on Saturday uploaded. Um, but actually, no, I think I'm just gonna keep it. I'll just keep it for now. I'll keep it public. I'm not gonna even do anything with it. So this will be the podcast for the week. And then I'll have another one Saturday actually. Because
Perfect.
I do have a guest on Thursday night that I'm going to be recording one. So I will have another one Saturday. So you will have two podcasts this week only if I don't overbook again. But you know me, I'm always doing that. And then parts of the conversations that we have on the podcast will be cut down and posted as either shorts or videos for the next couple weeks. So if you guys are seeing this and when you see a video and you say, I've seen this before, well, now you know. So this is not deja vu, guys. I promise. Even though half my life is deja vu. I also thought of getting the iMac or MacBook Air. Hard choice. So, I mean, as far as that goes, I think MacBook Air is powerful enough. Especially the newer ones, I think are really, really powerful. I think that honestly, nowadays, if you want to get something and you're wondering, should I get an Air or a Pro? I mean, obviously, ask yourself, what do you need it for? And what kind of work are you going to be doing? I've seen a lot of people talking, and a lot of tech creators say that the MacBook Air does great with editing and stuff like that. The newer ones, again, like I said.
Yeah, the new ones.
So
Because go ahead.
again, it's based on your budget and how much power are you looking to have on it. So that's
If you're
my
not doing Hollywood movies, then the Air is good for him. The Air is good for his case scenario. You know what I mean? Because it's basic editing. Depending on the people, for my kids, it's not going to work. You get my
yeah
point.
yeah. No,
I'll
I'm
take
just
an
gonna go
Air.
with normal. I actually do a podcast, and this is gonna be uploaded afterwards as a podcast. Um, but I what I did last week with the podcast, it was a live one, and I cut down where we talk to people. This time, I'm not going to do that. I'm just gonna post it as a podcast and call it a day. So half the time you'll see a difference because a lot of the times with this podcast, I'm doing it as a recording and then editing it. But as of lately, like once in a while, I'll say, you know what, let's do this live because I don't feel like editing a whole ass podcast afterwards. So it just
Yeah,
depends on my mood on that week. So
that makes sense. You know what I heard? Another person told me that when he do the podcast, he don't cut nothing off, but he read the question and answer it, and he'll read it out loud, whatever like the question it is. Like for example, um, I like the green car because it's Toyota. An example, he'll read that and then he'll answer it, so
yeah,
the people that are listening knows with the question and the answer. That's a neat idea. Let me show you something with this camera. It's a point and shoot because you cannot take out the lens. But when I cover it, look how fast it's autofocus. Ready? I'm doing this on purpose. One, two, three. Look how fast. Boom, boom, boom.
yeah, yeah. I like that. I like that a
And
lot.
let me fix the clarity. There you go.
And honestly, it's kind of the same with the phone too. I feel
Yeah.
like when you put something in front of it, I mean, it doesn't do it as like a camera would, but it kind of does. Again, I think honestly for me, um, I would rather have. I'd rather just do it this way because it's out of my budget to buy every expensive equipment that these other people buy. Dude, God bless you if you're that person. Um, but it's not me. I'm a low budget person. And I talk about low budget tech uh for the most part. Um, you know,
Balling
I, dude,
balling on the budget. Oh, I
dude,
like
I
that
don't
title.
listen. And I even see people with decked out offices and recording studios and stuff. I mean, I'm gonna bite my tongue because maybe I'll get there someday. Maybe. But right now, this is how I work, like it or not. You know?
Yeah, look at me. I gotta work in the background, but can I show
And
you
then
something quick?
and then who else wouldn't want an angel light on top of your head?
Oh, I did that before. I got so many memes of that. People will record me. I want to show you the camera that I have.
I'm
Can you see
surprised
it?
nobody's made a meme of me. Oh yeah, dude. I love that camera.
I want to get this vlogging kit. It's my next
Oh
purchase.
yeah. Yeah.
That's the next thing I'm buying.
That's awesome.
And you see how fast it focused? It got so many features. It got
I would
bokeh, everything.
yeah. Exactly. If it works, it works. Exactly. That's my motto. I think honestly, if the thing works, cool. The only I can't say this is expensive, but the only really expensive thing that I bought ever, minus the MacBook, was probably this microphone, the toner microphone. Shout out to Michael's Tech Talk. Um,
That
I
mic is
got it.
awesome.
Yeah, I got it off of him. Well, I didn't get it off of him, but off of his affiliate link. Dude, this is the best investment. I mean, I think the audio quality is decent far away, but what about this? I mean,
Oh, 10 times better.
you saw me the other day having it. Um, the only thing is my desk. I had the boom arm on it, but I can only have it at a certain place, and it was way too far from me, and I couldn't get it closer to do this. So I just put these legs back on it, and now I'm doing it like this. Or I can just take it off the thing and hold it like I was doing it a couple weeks ago in one of my podcast episodes. But I think that with this and then with a pop filter, um, it just sounds amazing. I really love it. And this is like one of the low budget microphones. I think it's like $30 or something. Um, so to have something low budget like this and to work so well, um, like it's crazy. Like I don't remember. I think it was your live stream that I was on that I had my parents talking in the background. And when I went back, I'm like, oh, great. Here we go. We're going to hear them arguing on the podcast. Dude, I could not hear them whatsoever because I had my microphone this close.
Yep, I agree.
Dude,
The only reason I got this mic, this one, is because when Uncle Sam in 2020 COVID, they was giving stimulus check. So I invested. I didn't waste my check on stupidity. I invested on this. It's just extra money. It's not coming out of my pocket. I still got, I saved half of it. I still got half saved for that money. People don't believe me. I'm like, I still saved some of that. And I got this audio kit. And the camera, I bought it because I got a new credit card. So I'm happy.
I'll definitely take your word on that, Mr. Noble. I gotta find a different way. If I could honestly get a bigger arm and have it like hanging down over me, that would be epic.
Oh, yeah, that's a good idea, Mr. Noble.
But I don't know. We'll see. All right, guys. Well, I think that's about it. I like to keep these podcast episodes short. I do want to thank Tech for Your Needs. Thank you so much for coming on and talking to us a little bit. I know.
Thank you for having me.
Like 2 months overdue, probably.
But we got it working.
I appreciate you working with me through this all. The first couple weeks that we tried to do this, I was kind of out of commission. So I really appreciate you having the patience and, finally coming on to one of the first and many podcast episodes that I'll have you on. You've been one of the best and one of the first supporters of my channel, and I really, really appreciate you. Every time we talk, man, whether it's through our group and everything, you're awesome.
Back at you. I don't know how you do it the hard, but you get my point.
If you guys are not subscribed to Tech for Your Needs, what the hell are you doing with your lives? Please subscribe to his channel. I'll have links down in the description right after this episode is over. I want to thank everybody in the chat. I know, like I said, guys, I told you, live podcast episodes, it gets crazy. I try to engage whenever I'm live with the chat. But like I said, it's a live podcast and sometimes we get deep into conversation. But nonetheless, I want to thank each and every one of you guys who came and supported me. If you guys are not subscribed to my channel, please subscribe and follow me on my social media. Again, all links down in the description. And thank you guys for watching. We'll see you guys next time.
Peace.